It's showtime.
BS&B Media, in association with STWF-TV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show, Best in the World, hashtag BITW. I am Dale. With me today, we got my guy, Trell from Sports For You. What's up, Trell?
What's going on, Dale? Happy to be back. It's been a long time. It's been the longest 2 weeks, but I'm glad to be back on a Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon to talk some wrestling. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to be talking wrestling, of course. I'm doing good, man. I'm enjoying some of the stuff I'm seeing on TV. Look, we got Crown Jewel coming up. So I'm excited for that. The card looks pretty good. I have been enjoying wrestling, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, hell, even AEW, dude. Like, for real, I've really been enjoying the thing that's been going on right now.
I agree.
We had quite a few things happen this past few weeks. So, man, let's get into this thing. We're gonna start off with indie wrestling. We have some sad news for sure. Chris Bay, injured his neck during a TV taping with TNA. Look, this is like after they just Hardys just won the tag team titles in TNA. But they were having matches with the Hardys. I believe this match was with the Hardys or whatever too. I didn't see the move or anything like that, but I just know he was laying in the ring, and wrestlers have donated to a fund for Chris Bay. So it sounds like it's pretty serious if you got several wrestlers donating thousands to the fund.
It could be bad, man. Like something like that. Yeah. I mean, you can feel fear the worst that he could be paralyzed or might force to retire. So that's very unfortunate news.
Yeah, and look, man, that dude is a great talent, bro. Like ABC was a good tag team. I enjoyed watching. I was hoping to see them cross over in NXT as well. I mean, maybe it was in the works. I don't know, but definitely one of the ones I wanted to see cross over. One of the best tag teams in TNA. So definitely prayers up for Chris Bay. Hopefully, this is not as serious as everything sounds and everything like that, and he'll be back to performing in front of audiences. That's what I'm hoping for. So prayers up for Chris Bay, man.
Take all the time you need, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna take a long time if it happens. I'm staying positive. Hopefully, he'll be able to get back. But like you said, when the GoFundMe comes out, it's usually never. It's a very serious thing.
Right. Exactly, man. All right, let's talk some AEW. Like some news I had from last week. Adam Cole and Britt Baker no longer together. And we saw a new angle. Well, a new part to the angle with the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate, whatever their official name may be, right? But we saw the debut of Bobby Lashley coming out on Dynamite. It looks good. So Hurt Business back together. What's your thoughts on it?
Oh man, it was one of those it's about time moments. I don't know if they botched his entrance or they didn't give him one, but when he does the arms cross and he releases, I was expecting I don't know about you, but the way the camera panned out, I was expecting fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or some sort. So if that's not botched, shame on Tony Khan for not giving that man pyro because it's almighty. You don't make an entrance like that and not have pyro. So if you can give Mercedes pyro on her debut, why not give the biggest free agent right now the pyro he deserves? Because the man looks good. He came in with a nice suit, still rocking the shades. I'm anxious to see how the Hurt Business takes off in AEW.
Yeah, going right at Swerve. So definitely we get Lashley versus Swerve, I guess, at the next major pay-per-view for AEW, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, I mean, to cut you out, it's funny that for the first time on Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken, Swerve actually gets a main event. And it's ironic that he gets a main event on Dynamite and he's not a champion. But when he
Yeah.
was, he opens the
Right.
show and we don't see him again. So I found that
Mm.
kind of a little interesting,
Mm. Good point. Good point there. Good point there, Tony Khan. What's up with that, bro?
Yeah.
I still thought Swerve was going to get his title shot back. Doesn't like that's going to ever happen. So that's a shame. I would have liked to see him and Bryan Danielson go again. So
Yeah. I guess they don't believe in rematch clauses when it comes to that, huh?
Right. Certain guys get rematches. Some guys is like we never hear about it again.
Yeah. It's a travesty.
Yeah.
Absolute travesty.
We also saw on AEW that Private Party have won the tag team championships. So that's something we talked about, right? They talked about them kind of fumbling the thing, and now Private Party is tag team champions.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, man. I when I was watching it, I'm like, I think Tony Khan's gonna dupe us again. But when Mark Quinn hit Cassidy with the bell, I'm like, oh no. I was like, geez, this is how they're gonna split up. But no, like it was a feel good moment, man. Like I'm glad they won, and based on what happened at the end of that match and the segment that followed later on, I'm starting to see the picture of why they lost and what's coming down the road. So I guess whenever you get into that, I can discuss that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, let's go. We're in it.
Oh, all right. I don't know if you remember we had the discussion a while back how if AEW was going to pull this off with the whole BCC versus AEW, you need to have like the NWO versus WCW type of effect.
Yes.
So you see how the Young Bucks always ducking and dodging the BCC. So I don't know if you, when they packed up everything and skipped town, I think this is going to be the part where they're going to come back as baby faces.
Okay, so they no longer have the title, but where does that leave Jack Perry and Okada? Because Okada came out and helped them during the match. You saw Jack Perry kind of get hemmed up, going to the elite locker room and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's still a bad guy.
Oh yeah, I think all that's going to play in a factor overall once as time progresses, because everyone's going to be looking at them like you're the elite, so that means you're the best of this company.
Right.
Help us,
Yeah.
So eventually, I'm guessing I'm assuming the BCC is going to get bigger. They're going to bring more people because it's going to be kind of weird having the entire locker room against 5 people.
Yeah.
So
agree.
I'm guessing it's going to be like an all-out war, or unless the BCC beats up everybody to the point that no one wants a part of them, and maybe the Young Bucks come back and maybe they reluctantly help AEW, Jack Perry and Okada. Like it's for the first time in a while, Tony Khan got something that's very interesting.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to the end game of it.
I'm still curious as to what Mox wants.
Yeah.
Saying it's not your AEW anymore. Some, people just happy with their contracts or whatever. I get that, but what's the motivation to come out there and I'm going to beat somebody down every week?
That's true. Yeah.
What's also the
Maybe
motivation for getting rid of the title and putting it into a box or something? What's
I
the
mean,
motivation here?
because I'm looking at the briefcase. I'm like, is that title big enough to fit that briefcase? Because it looks pretty thin.
Yeah.
I'm expecting maybe that's not a briefcase with the title. Maybe someone else comes out with. I don't know. I really don't know because that thing is paper thin, and that championship is pretty huge. So I'm just assuming you fold it and you can put it in there. So I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I'm anxious to see the end game of this. Are we gonna see it at the beginning of the year? Are we gonna see it starting in January? Like, what's the next chapter in this?
I mean, you've got to show the title to defend it, right? And if he's got a challenger now on Orange Cassidy, we got to see the title. Ref got to hold up the title.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come out with the title next time. So when it's match time, when it's time to defend it, I'm pretty sure he's gonna walk out with it. But now, I'm just wondering, like, what's in the briefcase?
Yeah, what do you think the title now looks like?
I really didn't think of that. It could be a new championship design for all we know.
It's got to be a new title design for sure.
I did not think that. That would explain why
made it go away.
They stash in a backpack, and now it's in.
Yes.
Now you bring out with a little briefcase. So
yes,
maybe they are changing the title.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Now I'm anxious to see. Now I really want to know what's in the briefcase.
What if Mox is like, you know what? Screw belts. We want a chain. So now, boom, it's just a big chain.
Man, if Mox agreed to that shit, I'm gonna be looking at him sideways for a hot minute. Cause come on now. Like that's you agreed to do that, huh? All the stuff you've been through with Vince, you gonna walk around with a championship chain.
There you go. You want to be different. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still wondering what his whole thing is, bro. Like,
yeah,
what's the whole motivation here? I'm still wondering.
Because we still getting riddles.
But Marina Shafir, I'm still wondering what they're gonna do with her. I get that she's dangerous. She beats up people, and she can beat up guys. But where are we taking this?
Yeah. Eventually, I'm wondering, is any females gonna step up and challenge her?
Exactly.
Or is she just gonna go around being Rhea Ripley in China and just start, slinging dudes around for free and not getting any repercussions? So, so far she hasn't been touched. So
yes, exactly.
I'm wondering if someone's gonna do it. If someone's gonna step up, will Mercedes join the Elite, or will Willow show up? I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of questions and a little bit of answers. So hopefully, whatever this payoff is, it's a huge one.
Yeah. Hopefully so, man. Speaking of Mercedes, we saw Camille lose her first match in AEW last night. So, what do you think happens with Mercedes? Mercedes, like, verbally kind of assaulted her, like, get to the back, and I have to do things myself if you want things done right or whatever, right?
Yeah. I think it's too early to cut Camille loose from Mercedes.
Yes.
I think if the moment they cut her loose is probably the moment Mercedes loses her championship.
Mm.
So I think because if you cut her loose now, she's a sit like Mercedes is a sitting duck by herself.
Mhm.
And you will have to book her against Camille, and you're not gonna have Camille looking like this dominant Amazon, only to be beaten by Mercedes. So
Right. Yeah.
I would keep her around. I mean, she just for now she just told her to go in the back. She didn't scold her yet or anything, so we'll see how that progresses. But the mysterious face turn of Chris Statlander pretty much got her closer to that championship match with Mercedes. Probably is going to happen at Full Gear.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's the match to look forward to at Full Gear. One criticism for sure about Dynamite is there was no AEW Women's Champion.
Oh no! Uh-oh.
But I'm saying, like real talk though. Real talk though. Mariah May, Tony Storm would have like the highest rated segments when they were on TV together.
This is true.
And now that neither of them are on TV. What are we doing?
And guess where Mariah May is going to be? On Collision. Defending the championship against Anna Jay.
See, something had to go during football season, and Collision was the one. Collision and Rampage.
Yeah, that is true. Because
that's the ones I don't watch.
I was thinking about that too. I'm like, wait, why is Mariah May defending on Collision? You couldn't do that. You know, it's a when you have these special edition Dynamites, you're always throwing out championship matches. So why now you're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
And another gripe is why are we getting another Ring of Honor storyline on AEW television? Shouldn't all that with Jericho and stuff go down on Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor television. Yes. But Ring of Honor is just a collection of matches that they put together at some point during the week, and they show them, and they also show an old Ring of Honor match. Every episode looks like that.
That's what they do.
They're doing. Yeah, that's what they do on Ring of Honor. So I watch Ring of Honor specifically to watch Athena. Like that's the only reason to watch her, because she doesn't show up on anything else.
Exactly. I don't understand. It's like, why are we getting Ring of Honor business on the AEW? It's taking too much TV time from everybody else. And it's like, if Jericho's going to win, send Jericho to Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Like, why do I keep seeing Briscoe and everybody else just keep them down there? I don't know. They're not taking advantage of an opportunity when they rebranded Ring of Honor. It's like, in the beginning, it kind of reminds me when WWE brought back ECW. Like the first time, cool, the nostalgia. Then after that, it was just stupid. You know, so and eventually ECW fell. So I don't know what they're doing, man. They got too many. AEW as a whole has a lot of talent on their roster, and it's like you could easily have Ring of Honor bring it back to its old glory days, and with the roster you have, and still have your AEW roster on 8. It's just so much things they could be doing with Rampage. There's so many things they could have been doing with Collision. It's like the moment CM Punk left, Collision went down the toilet.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some WWE.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me get your thoughts on Samantha Irvin leaving WWE. She says she did not enjoy being an announcer. She wanted to be a manager or GM or something backstage, and the WWE did not see the same with her. And so she decided she's out.
Yeah. I understand her perspective, but at the same time, in WWE, they hired her for a specific reason, and it was because of her voice.
Mhm.
Like the girl was on talent shows. I think America's Got
Yes.
Talent.
Yes.
So Mark Henry spotted her and was like, "Oh, we gotta bring her in." And if you got a good voice, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna ring announce. So, and it's crazy that the fact that she hated it and she was good at it.
Yes.
It's like I never seen someone in a short career span already get put on the Mount Rushmore of ring announcers.
Yeah.
Because she's
for real.
right under Howard Finkel.
Yeah.
So it's I understand. And now that she actually came out and addressed it, all the fans can stop blaming Ricochet.
Yes. True. True.
You know,
True.
like
Because
I've
that's
been
what we thought, man. Like she was going to end up like right there with Ricochet and in AEW, maybe announcing over there, you know, and like no, that's not what we want to see. You know, we
yeah.
we want it right here.
She's like I didn't like it. I hated it. The fact that she stuck around as long as she did. I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole time she kept pitching back and forth. You know, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah, she probably did pitch a few things.
Yeah, because and you know, if they got something for specifically for that, it's like you're the moneymaker. Like you're the top ring announcer in our company, so it's like they're not gonna lose her, put her as a manager role, and then now they gotta go back and find somebody else, which you know eventually they wind up doing anyway. So that's they already had Lillian Garcia in the back pocket because they already knew she was leaving eventually. So I'm assuming it was the end of her contract because I don't think she would just up and just be like, I'm not announcing no more. Goodbye. So
Right. You don't want to burn bridges.
Yeah. So I think upper management already knew. So I think that was the last day or the last week of her contract, and she didn't renew. She kept it quiet. Secretly didn't renew her contract, and she just wrote a goodbye letter online to everybody, and that's it. So she's always welcome back, and I still predict that every now and then she's gonna pop up. Now, is she gonna announce, or is she gonna sing, or is she actually gonna get involved in something? I don't know, but I wish her the best because man, she's an unbelievable talent.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm surprised WWE let her get out the door for something so simple like this, right? Like I get she's really good at announcing, like really good at it, but you can tell she's over with the fans. Over. That's number one. Okay. Now never mind, she's gorgeous and she can sing and all that. She's over. So like I've been pitching like they should have let Bronson Reed hit her with the tsunami. Like, bro, Bronson Reed could have been the biggest monster ever if he would have hit her with tsunami, bro. We would have hated that dude. So much heat.
I would imagine they would have did that if her and Ricochet left at the same time.
Yeah.
That she you know consoles him and he comes back like, oh, you're here too? All right.
Yeah.
you know, but there wouldn't be any reason to go out there now if he's like been long gone. But yeah, sometimes it's a business. It's a corporate business. Sometimes when you get paid to do a specific job and there's no other way of doing it, it's like it's either you take it or you go. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure WWE didn't want her to go. They probably tried to get her to understand that, we need you as an announcer. She wants to do something else. So, it is what it is. Jay Smoke.
Whoa, what's happening with it, fellas? I apologize for being late.
Hey, man, it's all good, man.
We're just talking about Samantha Irvin leaving WWE because she didn't enjoy announcing. She wanted to be a manager or GM or something backstage.
Oh my
What's your
God.
thoughts?
Oh my heart. I'm just ready for I'm just ready for everybody to just be like, stop talking about it, let her go on. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna forget her, but I'm everybody else just let them forget her because I mean, she even though she didn't like it, you couldn't tell.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, she gave her all every time she did it, and I'm not gonna lie to you. She would have been a phenomenal manager, a manager or GM or something like that. She'd been phenomenal. I mean, and nudge, nudge. It's still never say never.
Yeah. Um, I thought if that was really thrown around out there earlier, like you could have kept Ricochet too.
Yep.
Put as a manager of Ricochet, kept him too.
Well, if you think about it, they were kind of like teasing it almost when the Logan
Um,
Paul feud. They were
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
teasing it.
yeah. And they never pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, she was involved a lot without physically
Right.
doing anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that's a missed opportunity. But I imagine they get together eventually. She becomes the manager for Ricochet.
So what you
Maybe.
saying? Lana Rusev type of thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it. And, angry black
Yeah.
woman pulls up somewhere else with a chip on the shoulder because she feel like she got held back. So
Yeah.
now she's up there with her man. So shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if Brandy Rose can do it, why not Samantha?
Yeah.
Brand. Yeah, you're right. And they both got that same type of level for us energy wise.
Uh huh.
I actually
Just don't
thought that's who they
just
would
don't cut
go
that
to.
promo that Brandy Rose did. We'd be good.
I actually thought
Ooh.
that's who they would go to be the ring announcer. Honestly,
Yeah,
that would be great.
right. I don't think Brandy wants to ring announce anymore. Brandy
Okay.
wants to be involved in like storyline. She want to actually wrestle. That's what
Okay.
I heard at one point.
Just just like
Yeah,
Samantha.
yeah. They ain't gonna do that. So they might as well just keep her at
Yeah.
home or keep her in the
Hmm.
back with the babies.
Yeah.
I would never say never. She can go down there NXT and do some work.
Okay.
And she still wants to.
Yeah, true.
See, I don't remember her being like a great, in ring performer.
She sucked.
Yeah, she sucked
Yeah.
ass.
So yeah.
See, people watch stuff. They just don't hire people with a blind eye. They be watching their competition. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I want to wrestle. Let's just do this, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
Hey, I have all her little promos she cut. But she like, who the hell you think this is? All
yeah,
of them,
Yes.
man, they phenomenal. I'm telling you, the one she did on Jade Cargill and the one she did on
Dude,
I think it was Shaq.
The one she did
Oh,
with Dan Lambert, I was like, ooh,
oh yeah,
I'm glad they didn't get counted. Oh, you're a black belt? Well, I'm a black bitch. I'm like, whoop,
bitch, yeah,
that's it.
yeah. That's who it was. I was like, wow.
I was like, yep, that's it.
And I heard that was all. That was all her. That was
Yeah, it
all her.
was.
Oh
It
yes.
was. I'm like, yep. See, this is why you can't give people everything. I was like,
Oh,
she
man.
went there.
Yeah, she did. But it
I
produced
keep,
some fire ass ratings though.
Yeah. Yeah.
eh, but
So
even so,
with
I personally was like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's a little cringe. Yeah, it's a little cringe. But
what did
you gotta
y'all
take
think
risks.
about Motor City Machine Guns getting the WWE Tag Team Championships
Ah,
on SmackDown there?
it makes me mad because we
Hmm.
all know that's what's supposed to be the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
So those two are supposed to be in NXT right now. So that's supposed to be the Lucha Brothers winning the tag team gold. But to see them arrive to WWE and win tag team gold, that puts them up there on the top of the tag team of all time. Because we got the Dudleys, the Hardys, Asian Christian like that, but no one ever brings up any teams from TNA. And
Mm-hmm.
the Motor City Machine Guns, they're those guys, man. It's like what I don't know who says it. I think it's Graves when he said the Motor City Machine Guns are your favorite tag team's favorite tag team.
Yep.
And those guys, I've been watching TNA not since the inception, but I can honestly say I've been watching TNA since 2004. And those guys
Ooh.
stored up in the X division, and when they were tag team champions, they you can call them the pioneers now. And
Yeah.
to see them come in, given the circumstances surrounding another tag team, they came in, took the spot. So I'm happy for them that they got that win.
What you think, Jay?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like when Corey said, Graves said, your favorite tag team, like it's deeper than that. Like you said, you've been watching since 2004. I ain't been watching since it was NWA and then branch off from NWA to TNA, and I know I didn't watch it that far. Like, but I started watching in his early years when it went out on its own feet. And to be honest with you, these guys are TNA originals. We're talking about originals. They're TNA originals, and it took them a long time to really leave TNA to go find success, and they had to do it apart.
Yeah.
You know, go find success elsewhere, and then come back to TNA, and they both had a phenomenal 2 years in TNA these past 2 years. From winning the X Division, not the X Division, winning the TNA title to winning the tag team titles. They kind of did like a hard, the X Division titles, you know what I'm saying? And they were kind of like had a Hardy's run, like the Hardy's last run in WWE. That's kind of how their last run was in TNA. And man, I'm so happy these guys have finally came to WWE and won. I mean, would I like to see the Lucha Brothers there? Yeah, but I would rather the Lucha Bros be on Raw, just so we can have a Lucha Mafia.
Yeah,
It could be just
because they were on their way there. Because I think it was supposed to have been them and Legato. So
yeah.
but we're not gonna see them until the end of next
Until-
year, and by that time, it's like, will Triple H even care to hire these guys?
Even still want them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's
So are they working?
I mean, that
dark
was all 'cause of
matches
Tony
for
Khan.
AEW?
yeah. What's that deal?
Mm-hmm.
Are they working dark matches for AEW? Is that what they're doing?
Who? Oh,
The
really?
Lucha Brothers. I mean, I'm asking because if that's the reason why they couldn't sign,
Mm-hmm.
because Tony Khan's like, hey, you owe me some work,
It's really
No,
rage.
Not necessarily. They can just keep them at home. They just can't go nowhere until their contract's up.
Yep. Well, no, but he got like that stipulation in the contract. If you're injured or if you're not on the show, he have a right to extend your contract. Like that's that life
that's what I'm
signing
saying.
shit that we were talking about at one point in time. So
Yeah,
he
that's
has
what
an
I'm saying.
option to keep on using them, keep on holding their contract back.
Yeah,
Which,
that's
like
what
I
I'm
say,
saying.
it's
They
only
can-
raised.
Yeah, they can easily extend it, but yet I'm saying is they don't have to put them on TV. They can just
Yeah.
like look at Ricky Starks. Like he's still getting paid, but he's not doing nothing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But
And
I
Keith Lee.
just figured that they would actually make them work like some dark matches or something.
Might as well,
Right.
instead of
but
just
they're not
paying
going to
you
do
for
that.
nothing.
They're just going to be petty and just
Yeah.
let
Well,
them
since they
just
know-
sit there.
Since they know they're going to WWE, they're not gonna give him no showtime because it's like,
And I get
hey, look at this guy,
I
and
get
now
not
look at
putting
him.
them on TV. That makes
It's
sense.
punishment. It's a
Yeah,
punishment.
I perfectly get that. But like, yo, you gonna work every ROH event we got, because I need 20 matches on the card, so you're gonna be on one of them,
True. I mean, I would do that.
At least put them on Ring of Honor television. At least have them on TV. But
Yes.
it could be just a petty move. It's just like, no, we're gonna add more time, so they're just gonna pretty much not do anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead and work with El Gringo Local or whatever. Go ahead.
It's a bunch of pettiness, man. Poor guys.
So, all right. There were new lawsuits filed by former ring boys
Oh
against Vince
shit.
Oh
McMahon.
damn.
So they're alleging sexual assault during the time that they were working there, and of course they were underage and all that kind of stuff. But these are new lawsuits and not actual, criminal charges or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, what do you guys think? There's more of the same
Uh
from.
it's I'm not gonna say it's shocking because if y'all saw a documentary, it was brought up in the documentary.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But the shocking part of the lawsuit is it involves Linda McMahon.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name's in it. It's her and Vince.
Wow.
So that was the shocker part. So it's like, holy crap, like Linda knew about this? Linda was in on it? Or did she
Right.
have a choice? Or
What type of P Diddy shit they got going on in the wrestling
Right.
world?
Right. Exactly.
yeah, when I saw
Exactly.
her name, I'm like, wow. The only one I thought for sure was, the scapegoat, the way out, the no one's gonna come after, but yep, her name's in it.
But if I'm corrected, the in the documentary it said that the ring boys that were suing at that point in time were suing Pat Patterson and and damn, I forgot the other dude name, the other right hand man, but they were suing
Oh,
them instead of Vince.
Uh
right.
huh.
So is it the
Maybe,
same
The
dudes?
Laurinaitis?
Yeah, Lauren Knight.
maybe it's a different one of the different ring boys because there was a lot of them. So during that time, so it could be a different one.
Right.
And I'm guessing Linda knew because why else would she be, in the lawsuit? So that's the shocking part,
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
shocker.
man. And why wait now though? That's another thing too. But I never get
Yeah.
these lawsuits that come out 30 years, 40 years later. It's like
I mean, they're
you
Right.
still
had
gonna
all
give
this
it.
time, you had all this time, and now it's like
Hmm.
Vince McMahon's on his way down, and you're like, oh, let me throw my hat in the race.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's all on for
I
sure.
mean, but I mean, if you look at typical victim
Yeah,
trauma,
the Me Too movement. Yeah, I
yeah,
get you. I get you.
typical
Yeah.
victim trauma. That's usually when one person brings it out, then okay, it's okay for me to talk about it. And then
Hmm.
let's
Yeah.
not talk about the ones that's still afraid to talk about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot more still out there. You're right.
Hmm.
You're definitely right.
Let's
Ugh.
talk about Halloween Havoc. Just happened.
Let's talk about it.
Um,
Yeah.
Ooh, let's talk about
Look,
NXT.
look at them. Let's talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
Halloween Havoc and the fallout. Woo-hoo.
yeah,
Ooh, yes.
yeah. So Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez got the tag team. I heard them like on a podcast, and so these ladies, they started wrestling early.
hmm
Um, they were on independence and everything like that, and so they asked them, how do you deal with the people coming in from college, NIL athletes, and all this kind of stuff, and you were independent. So how are you dealing with them and stuff like that? And so they do it as sort of like mentors and stuff like that to try to
hmm
help them along. But they call themselves um, the Passion Police because they're so passionate about wrestling, and they want to know if everybody else shares those same passions. So they're
I
always
get that.
questioning those NIL people about their passion about wrestling. So like, hey, do you like wrestling? 'Cause we love wrestling. What do you think about wrestling? All that stuff. So I love hearing that kind of thing. So
Oh yeah,
what's
me
your, what's
too.
your thoughts on that?
I like that. I like that because they want to see if you just here just to collect a paycheck
Yeah,
and to use WWE as a launching
stepping
pad. Kind
stone.
of
Yep.
like Logan Paul, even though the difference with Logan Paul is Logan Paul puts in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, So they just want to make sure they're, making sure like you come in like, oh, okay, cool, NIL. So have you been watching? How long you been watching wrestling? Or how long have you been in the wrestling? When did you discover wrestling? And if you start going on topics of, oh, I was a fan of Stone Cold, or I was a fan of The Rock, or you start naming, what WrestleMania you've been to or events. So it's like, oh, all right. So you do have a little bit of love for the business. So I like that they're at such a young age playing the veteran role.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
how the state of WWE is right now, because you got veteran NXT stars that's going to carry over to the main roster. They may be rookies, but they already know how to carry themselves. You already know how to respect the business and blah, blah, blah. So it's like they don't really need to be groomed
Boom.
like that, like, decades before. So it's good to see that, Roxanne's was taking her responsibility as champ, and Cora Jade, they're I wouldn't be surprised if they're the locker room leaders, because they're all of them are like 24 and young and under. So the fact that they taking on a role that's usually made people in their prime in their 30s, those girls are gonna be well respected, and that's why I always consider them the future, part of the the future four horsewomen of NXT, because of stuff like that.
Yep. Jay.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And like, I'm gonna say, I feel like the NIL is way better suited than how things used to be. How things used to be, somebody will be Hulk Hogan to be traveling and just see this colossal man and be like, oh, we can make him Andre's son, and he don't know squat diddly about wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to make him into the star. Don't get me wrong. That's how we got the Big Show. That's how we got a lot of other athletes. In the pro wrestling game that became stars. But with this NXT, how WWE is doing it, I don't know if y'all watched like I don't want to say pre Black and Gold, because Black and Gold was the first thing, but how they started off doing it with the mentors, and they was doing the stupid little challenges and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, the reality portion of NXT.
The-
Yep, I remember that.
yes,
That shit was stupid.
that was all for a reason. They had
Yeah,
mentor, mentee. Then they went into actually doing into the wrestling matches. They dropped all the BS with the trying to carry who could carry a barrel around the ring fastest. Oh,
yeah.
just dumb shit. But when they stopped that and made it more about wrestling and mentors, then it became great. And that set the tone. If you notice, each year you have less and less main roster people there. They used to have at least about 5 or 6 people there, so they could show these kids around. Well, fuck, I call them kids because I'm older than them. But to show,
Yeah.
to show them around, and to like kind of like be that locker room leader. Now you don't have that at all. Like, yeah, you have people like Ashanti the Adonis, but he's young himself. You have people like Cedric the I'm about to say Cedric the Entertainer. Lord help me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Cedric Alexander. They have one or two just laying around, but that's just for a TV face.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have your Cora Jade, you have your Prodigy, Perez, you have your when Kiana James was there. Like, you have all these people, even Trick now. You have all
Yes.
these people that's just showing everybody the ropes,
Yeah,
and it make
that's
it
how it should be.
more than family. And that's why I'm gonna be real with. That's why I love NXT, because it's you can tell that these people spend enough time around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Opposed to the
it's a
main roster.
brotherhood. Yeah.
Well, yeah, opposed to the main roster, the chemistry is still good, but it's you can tell that they all there. Like NXT, you could tell who just like hang with each other nonstop and be practicing with each other
Yes.
nonstop.
Absolutely. Yep. You definitely
Yeah.
tell that.
Well, they do the
Um,
cape. they do the kayfabe very well in the main roster. That's why it's hard to tell.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of going along the same lines here. Um, WWE announced WWE ID, and this
Okay.
is a wrestling developmental program designed to provide up and coming independent wrestlers a
Okay.
hmm
pathway to a potential WWE career.
Mhm.
So now the internet has weighed in, of course, and said, "Hey, this is a way for WWE to go in and get all of the best independent wrestlers,
Yeah.
and it's also a way for WWE to keep them away from AEW." Because I assume if you're under one of these deals with WWE and you're an independent wrestler and AEW comes a knocking, hey, we want you because you're on this WWE ID contract. I'm
Mhm.
guessing WWE has a first right of refusal to
Yep.
be like,
hmm
we don't
hmm
want you, so go ahead and go to AEW, and we'll check out
Mhm.
with you later. But that's
hmm
my guess. Terrell, what's your thoughts on this?
it's pretty much um also to keep WWE away from supposedly poaching AEW stars,
Mhm.
so that they being accused of doing so.
Mhm.
By having this, it's like Booker T's school, it's under that NID. I heard Seth Rollins' school is under that NID. So, and any other wrestlers who got that's in WWE, they got schools going on. It's going to be part of the program. So it's going to be a lot of people getting hookups. Well, not straight hookups, but obviously they earn it, whatever. But they're gonna breed their own stars from the independent scene and not try to take stars away from TNA or take stars away from you know AEW, unless they come a knocking, then hey, welcome. But they're not gonna be poaching them or anything like that. So they're gonna have their own thing. So it's gonna be up to the kids if they want to join AEW or whatever. But more likely, the fact that they're gonna know that WWE is overseeing the school they're in, it's like you know who know it get them more excited for a PC tryout. And next thing you know, you're in NXT. So I like it. It's a good move, man. Like WWE is pretty much putting their stamp on the independency,
Yeah,
and that's good for business long term.
yeah. All right, Jay.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same for as that. I mean, I feel like so everybody like Booker T, Seth Rollins, these people are gonna get some kickback. They're gonna get they palms greased as well for each
Mhm.
talent that they produce.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's a way to make more opportunities than how Booker T. I don't know if y'all ever watch any of his stuff, but man, it's some good stuff. When I
The
tell
reality
you
of wrestling,
reality of wrestling, bro, it is so fucking good. Like you'll think you're watching WWE type shit. Besides the
hmm
camera angles and stuff like that, but you'll think you're watching WWE. He have had a lot of people come from there. Like I don't know if y'all know Tasha Steelz over there in TNA.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know,
oh,
she comes from Booker T.
Okay.
okay,
Um, Mr. Never Slow Down, he did some time with Booker T. What's those boys' name? Mace and Masur or whatever. Well,
Mhm.
not Masur, but Mace. He
yeah,
was
I
over
get
there with
you.
Booker T. You know,
Yeah,
he started with Booker T, and he was this monster. Like I wish they would have carried it to WWE, but he was like this unbeatable monster at one point in time.
Mhm.
So I like it. You know, WWE does get the first crack at it, but if we learned anything from the documentary, you ain't doing nothing but what Vince wanted to do in the first place,
yeah.
Mhm.
taking over the territories.
Yep.
But they're doing it in a way that they're not taking over, you know,
They're not poaching.
the rivals. They're
Hmm
just they're pretty much the independent. it's like taking over territory, but do it the independent way.
Hmm.
So that way, they still have they can still sign wherever they want, but they get pretty much getting first dibs on who they want,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's like the Saints, looking at this college prospect in the voodoo war too, but the Saints got the first dibs.
right.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yep. Was there any other match in Halloween Havoc that kind of stood out to y'all?
What?
Uh, yeah. Um, that tag team match.
Yes.
That was good. And Fallon Henley winning the women's championship,
Yes,
the
North
North
American
American
title.
championship.
Yes,
Hmm.
Good for her. I was happy for her.
absolutely.
That's I didn't think it was actually going to happen, but hey, that she's been around a long time to see her character develop from 2.0
Hmm.
Yeah,
to
I didn't think she was
now.
going to be a good heel.
Yeah, I didn't
I mean,
think she was gonna be a good
sometimes
heel either.
Yeah,
sometimes you just got to go there and see what happens.
yeah, exactly, exactly. She did good.
So I'm happy for her, man. She came a long way. So she
Hmm.
good for her. That emotion, that raw emotion she has, she tried to keep it together because she's a heel. But
You
she,
could tell.
yeah, it was a long time coming for her. She deserved that, man. She really
Yep.
did.
Um, and
And
we did see Rhea Ripley show up on NXT this
Uh,
past week
wait,
as
Dale, before
well.
before you go to that one, let me
Okay,
say something.
all
And
right.
I forgot to say it last night. I wanted to, but I forgot. Now I'm somewhat disappointed in the main
oh,
event.
All right, all right.
Now they hyped this up. Trick never bleed before.
Okay.
They hyped it up so bad, like it was gonna be this hardcore, savage ECW type of Devil's Playground match,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of like underperformed on that level for me. Now the outcome and the drama in it, yeah, that was cool, but far as the actual working of the match, nah, they should have did a little bit better, man. Like I'm
Okay.
always love my boy Trick Willie, but
Right.
I felt like they could have did a hell of a lot better. They could have made somebody bleed.
Okay. Um, I did like the inclusion of Bubba Ray coming out, but I know it's to sell the Philadelphia show. I understand that.
right.
Wait, time out. You know what's crazy? I thought Bubba Ray and WWE had ends with each other. That's the whole reason Devon left.
I
So you think
mean,
they had what with each other?
if they did, it's how WWE is. It's all about business. So whatever bridge that was broken, if it can easily be
Oh,
fixed, you know, it can be
yeah.
fixed. So Devon is back in WWE. Devon is still in WWE.
Right.
Um, so,
Yeah.
and I
They,
think
they, they just
Bubba
had
has a
Bubba Ray
Legends
there for
contract. So,
yeah, they had Bubba there for like both WrestleMania, right? So
That was
yeah,
Black Bud, wasn't it?
he's been back under the I forgot when did he come back, but I know they signed a. I think they have a Legends deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he didn't want to sign a Legends. That's why I'm trying to understand. Like, when did all this happen? Because he didn't want to sign a Legends deal.
Hey, when Vince steps down, shit
I,
changes
I thought you
sometimes.
had
Yeah.
to sign one to be in the Hall of Fame anyway.
No,
What, a Legends deal? No, no,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay. I thought that was all part of
nah,
it.
no.
nah. It's just that if they still, as far as events like need someone to promote, or they go to
Right.
Comic
Yeah.
Con and stuff like that. They still get
Yeah.
some type of check still from
Yeah.
WWE and stuff like that. So that's
Like
cool.
WrestleCon and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So yeah, but we did see Rhea Ripley come out on NXT, talk to Jordan Grace, who debuted on NXT. I did not hear the words TNA last night. I mean, on NXT, so I'm assuming she is actually with NXT now. After losing the
Well,
TNA title.
Her
I
contract is
did
up
hear
in
it.
the beginning of the year, so
Okay.
at this point, at this point, I think the fans just love Jordan Grace now.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like, it's no longer, TNA. It's like they love her. She's over in NXT. So
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting her. There was no leaked report. There was no. When she lost that bout for glory, I had no idea she was gonna hop on a red-eye flight from Detroit and come down to Florida and do that. So to hear her siren, I was like, wow. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead.
it's
My
an
bad.
easy transition. That's what it is. She's gonna
Yeah.
transition right to NXT when her contract is up. So that's pretty much what it is. They're taking advantage of the partnership until
Okay.
it's official in the paper. Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, for as Jordan Grace, man, everybody's high on Jordan Grace. They love her. And honestly, I heard TNA, but I heard former TNA. So it's like,
Okay.
you know, they still acknowledging that, you know, but I think from here on out, she's mainly gonna be on NXT.
Yeah. She's
She
still
she
on
might
that.
take a couple months,
Mhm.
like a couple times off, a couple weeks off, and go back to TNA, but
Mhm.
she NXT bound.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna while she still have that TNA contract, they're gonna do that partnership and have her on NXT. But the moment her contract's up, I think she's gonna be in the main roster.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. You think she's gonna skip straight to the main roster?
Yeah, she's just doing this now because she's already familiar with the PC and NXT,
Mhm.
so she keeps going back and forth from TNA to NXT, and then when her contract's up, hits the Royal Rumble, and then next thing you know,
Yeah.
she's gonna be on the main roster,
Yeah.
doing her thing. Because I think the end goal is for her to be on the main roster.
Okay, since we saying that, Raw or SmackDown.
Oh shit! I mean,
Well, they're gonna do another
it
draft.
depends when
so-
she comes up. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. It depends on when she pops up. Is she gonna pop up before the draft? Because wherever she goes, she might get drafted somewhere else when the draft
Yeah.
comes.
Yeah,
So
what if she's
Yeah.
a surprise draft pick?
I would say
Well,
Raw right now for now.
Wouldn't it outshine Rhea Ripley?
I mean, Rhea Ripley's gonna need some competition anyway.
Yeah, she needs somebody to go against.
I mean, I feel like so does Nia Jax if she,
I mean, technically, Nia Jax is gonna have competition. You got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, so
yeah.
she'll be alright. It just Raw doesn't really have stiff competition. Everyone's like 4 foot and under. So you bring in Jordan Grace, it's like
So,
you got a monster on that roster, to hold a candle to Rhea Ripley. So
yeah, I mean that is kind of I see
can't
it.
have everybody on SmackDown.
But I'm
That's
just
not
saying
fair. That's not fair.
future reference,
I mean,
Jade
if that's the case,
Cargill,
draft that'll work.
Is
If
Raw
they don't
going
put it on
back to 3 hours?
Yeah,
Will it
once
go
Yeah,
Netflix.
next
Netflix.
episode?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe so.
Mhm.
Maybe it's gonna be an uneven roster, like it used to be. Raw having more people.
But from what I'm hearing,
NXT women too. So
when I'm hearing is SmackDown going to be 3 hours too.
Oh hell!
I heard that. Yeah, because USA
USA
they still want a
wants the
3 hour
3
slot.
hours. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Dale's like, God damn it! I'm so used to going to bed early.
listen, man. Only got so many hours in the week, man. Okay, can't take up more of my hours.
Hey, I had to I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to get rid of AEW. It was taking too much
That's what
damn
I'm saying.
time up.
I didn't cut Collision and I didn't cut Rampage already.
Yeah, but that's because they suck. Nowadays, WWE got good television, so sometimes it's like you may need 3 hours, but sometimes I'm getting used to the 2 hours now. At first, I'm like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
what's next?" I'm like, "Oh shit, that's right."
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
now it's like, okay, I gotta wait till next week. Okay, this is gonna be
Right.
good. That's why I like how the fact that they do these off-camera, fights or off-camera
Yes.
people getting jumped,
Yes.
social media stuff like that, because they don't have enough time slots, so they're still working outside of the time slot. So I like that. So especially
Well,
with Rhea
speaking
Ripley.
of
'Cause,
off
man,
camera,
yeah.
the Miz got kidnapped
Yeah.
at a wide six.
Oh man, I laughed.
I bust my chops, man.
I was like, New Day arguing. I'm like, you see Miz in the back, and you just see Dexter just standing there. And he's like, up, and then he tried to run. They just dragged him in on the bus like a horror movie.
but if y'all notice, a lot of the stuff like that has been going on with New Day.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, I look. That's one thing about WWE. They've taken from NXT. You're starting to see more of the off-camera stuff, parking lot stuff, walking into the building. I keep waiting on somebody to put a camera in my face after I get out of my car when I pull up to work.
And you see like Dale and Lil Dice, blah blah blah. BS and Beer,
Put on
co-founder walking to the
headphones.
building and just listen to his music with his gym bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's true, man. Because I like those because some will be funny, and then
Yeah.
like the one that really was good was the whole Seth Rollins Bronson Reed when Bronson Reed's walking into the building, you can see a little figure behind him, and it's Seth Rollins running a 440 just to jump him. So it's cool because you don't know if someone's gonna get jumped or they're just gonna walk in. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
it's the little things,
right.
man. I love Triple H and Shawn Michaels for that, man. It's just
Yeah.
now it's
Yes.
like you got forward storylines going on at once. You got the main one here, then you got the other ones. Like when people are arriving in the building, you got Jada Parker outside with a bat leaning against the car,
Yes.
waiting for fatal influence.
Ooh, I love that segment. Boy, I love that segment.
Yes.
She had me listening
Like,
to Jasmine
she
Sullivan.
Just sitting there just looking. Yeah, she was sitting there just looking. People just walking in the building. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? You see Jada just back there, just where they at?
Uh-huh.
Where these hoes at?
I think even somebody even said, somebody even was like, damn, Jada? For real?
Yeah.
Like, they make it seem so realistic. That's the whole part. They make it seem so
Yes.
realistic, and I love
Yeah.
it. And another thing I wanted to say about that is I don't know if you guys are gamers. I'm a huge gamer. Haven't had time lately to do it. But the WWE games, it puts you in the mind frame of it because you draft a certain amount of people. You got to have a certain amount of people work a certain amount of night. Once you get a rivalry going, you can't do the rivalry every week. You can't make them wrestle every week. So you got to give them something to do. So you got to have another rivalry or another match going on, and you got to either give them like a promo or something like that. And it's kind of, it works.
So you program
Yeah.
it raw, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to keep everything fresh. You got to keep the people's interest on, Jada Parker and just how Jada Parker and Lola Vice. You ain't see them interacting with each other in 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's that beef is still there.
Yeah, they do video vignettes and all that stuff to interviews and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Philly. That's all I can say.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to Philly.
Man,
Because
Don Marie,
I got,
man,
that's what I was about to say. Don Marie and then
Yeah.
a Dudley Boys reunion. Oh
Yeah.
my God. On screen reunion? Yes.
Yep.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Devon will be around somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. Divine's gonna come out
Easy.
because something's gonna happen. I feel like Arian Spears. I mean, I keep saying Arian Spears. Golly, I want to go to a
Sean
comedy. Yeah, I want to go to a comedy show so bad. But but yeah, Sean Spears, he really is. I think he's gonna pop up and do something crazy in that because it's a long-term storytelling. He still calls Trick his title. So
All right. Well, let's talk some Crown Jewel. That is Saturday. Right around noon Central Time. So
hey, Dale, before you do that, I don't mean to interrupt, but I was talking with the guys, and I was bringing up a little idea.
Mhm.
You know how,
Oh yeah,
yeah, you know how the sports channels like on Sundays they give their predictions of who's gonna win, and then they have a win loss record, and they go on they have it through the whole season to see who could guess the most matches or whatever. That that's what I feel like we should do. We could put a little, we could put a little, not much, cause I ain't rich. You
Mhm.
know, put a little, put a little twinkie to the side or something like that. Put it in a pot, and you know, sports for you and us over here at Beer Media Podcast. We could try to get a pot together and see who get the most matches from. We could try to do it soon as Crown Jewel, like right after Crown Jewel, starting with the next pay per
like
view.
you mean like guess like you mean like guess the winners or
Yeah,
the match order? Like what do you mean?
guess the winners, because I mean that'd be the easiest thing to judge the winners.
Okay. Okay.
I mean we all gonna pick the same winners though. So who?
I mean, but
Somebody will
sometimes
have
they
the
do.
most, and
You
somebody will
know,
have the least. So yeah.
yeah, it's gonna happen sometimes in the weeks. You never know.
Yeah, true.
You never know.
True.
Cause
True.
just like
I,
we
I guess
call
I
we
guess as long as we don't go over the prediction, I guess it'll work better that way. We just
Hmm.
write down in the poll who we think was gonna win or something. So
and like I said, we can even get the audience involved if they if they want to have a little fun.
Yeah. I like it.
yeah,
I like
true.
it. Okay. We gotta structure that thing up.
I
Okay,
dig that.
cool.
I dig that.
All right. Let's talk about the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the champions, and versus Damage Control and Metaphor and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Hmm.
So, my thoughts are that Bianca and Jade will retain the titles here. I do anticipate Chelsea Green having a spot where she falls off or something.
You can't have a Chelsea Green match without Chelsea Green going through a table,
Yes.
huh?
And maybe we're gonna have Lash Legend pick up both of Damage Control together at the same time and like bench press them or something like that. I don't know.
Ooh, see,
That's
you talk
that's
about that. I'm thinking about Jade. No, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
that's my call. What you got?
Okay, see, first of all, see, T, this is what I was talking about. Somebody gonna have something different. We all said um metaphor last night. So
Mhm.
they all saying he think Bianca and them gonna retain. It's
Okay.
not a long shot. It's not a long
Yeah.
shot, but I strongly do think metaphor just because they've been showing up on every single show.
Yeah.
These women are main roster bound, you
Yeah.
know,
They're pushing them. Absolutely. They're
and
pushing them.
you know, and I think what also did it was when Lash picked up Piper. You can't just
Mm,
be pick. You just can't be picking up, big bodies like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She picked up
Yeah.
Otis.
Yeah.
So I think they got high on her around that time, and then
Hmm.
Jakara has been phenomenal. Like I
Hmm.
was watching them wrestle on Level Up. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
because
Okay.
I watch all I watch anything NXT. Raw, Smack. I watch it all.
So I
And
hadn't watched Level Up.
oh yeah,
I
no, me
maybe
neither.
catch clips of Level Up.
see that's how I knew who Dante Chain was.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, these girls they're gonna put on a phenomenal match. Um, Lash is gonna pick up Jade and Bianca. She might try to also pick up Piper. I don't know. That'd be a little bit much, but she's definitely gonna pick up the two strongest women in the
Yeah.
match, because
Yeah.
she has to show her dominance,
Yeah.
and it only makes sense. You know.
Yes,
Mhm.
yesterday I did say Bianca and Belair. I had them winning, but I also said that if they're gonna pull a swerve, I would predict it would have been metaphor
Oh
winning the championships.
yeah,
Yeah.
you did. You did
If they
have a
wanted to pull
two-parter.
a swerve,
Yeah.
that'll shock the world. Have metaphor bring the tag team titles back to NXT.
And
And
then NXT needed, man. Like, come on now, they got too many good tag teams down there.
Yeah,
Too many.
yeah,
this was good
I
when they
agree.
did that last year.
Yeah, I'm
The
about
whole
to say
Scooby thing.
who's the Scooby Doo over there?
Yeah, this is when they did that last year. That was cool. I missed them together though. Man. I missed. I definitely missed them all together. So
Yeah.
get them all back together.
Oh yeah,
uh,
metaphor. Oh yeah, man. I think he should be coming back next year sometime because he tore MCL or ACL or something like that, right?
oh, that's his injury.
Yeah, he had some bad. He tore
The
something.
supernova. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just you were saying earlier, Dale, about Rhea Ripley being at NXT.
hmm
Mhm.
She unfortunately she didn't stay too long. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, she had a longer stay than she expected. Let's just say
yeah,
that.
because supposedly the rumor is that orbital thing is an actual legit injury,
Oh, whoa. Okay.
and she got written
Okay.
off. So
Wow.
I thought
Wow.
it was just
Okay.
she got beat up by two steel bats by Raquel
Yeah.
legit, but
Yeah.
turns out
I didn't
she
know we
actually
was
does
working a
have
normal
yeah.
real
Turns out she
injury.
actually
Okay.
does have an orbital injury. So
You stop headbutting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about y'all. I be feeling that. That shit feel like it hurt. Like, cause I know they slap their thighs sometimes and stuff like that to
Yeah.
make the sound go out, but hers just seems so damn real.
Yeah.
I would have thought she could wear the little Phantom of the Opera mask
Who
and
knows?
work.
Who knows? I know she's gonna be out for a
Yeah.
minute, but not a long time. But I was predicting that she'll come back at Survivor Series, which is
Mhm.
not that far away. So, but if it's that serious, Rumble. But
I
if,
was
if
saying
it's
more
an
like war
orbital,
games.
if it's an orbital, she'll be back. Maybe Survivor Series, put a mask on or something, or
I wonder how
she
it
doesn't
happened.
get that much contact in war games, but she's still in it, so ain't no telling.
I wonder how it happened for real.
I'm telling you, she
I know,
headbutted
right? Because
somebody.
nowadays it really make you second guess. Like, wait, is that legit, or are they
Yeah.
saying it's
Yeah.
legit, but it's not legit? But it could be
Exactly.
legit, even though they say it's not legit, but it's actually legit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
you know when it could have probably happened?
What?
It could have probably happened on SmackDown with the Nia Jax situation. When she went out
Okay.
there and started headbutting everybody, and then
Uh-huh.
she want to slam. Now your fist is like iron.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
She does. Nia does got that big ass forehead, so you never
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
be it. Yeah. No
All right. The
disrespect.
United States Championship. LA Knight versus
Yeah.
Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Um, I will say I think LA Knight's going to retain here. Um, and but I do like that they had them all together, especially with that series and Andrade and Carmelo Hayes had. What do you see going on here, Jay?
Um. Honestly, I see. I hate to break it to you. I see Melo going, man. It's the reason why the
Uh-huh.
man was drafted number one to SmackDown. You know, they were high on Melo. It's been a while since Melo had gold around his waist. You can't beat him without gold.
Mhm.
So I I really think that he's gonna wind up pinning. He's gonna be the one to wind up pinning LA Knight, and then
Okay.
that would bring the game seven, the real game seven, because we are like we always know, you gotta have a title on the line to end a beef. You gotta have a title on the line to end a real beef.
Yeah. Terrell.
I'm gonna double down what I said yesterday. I'm gonna agree with Jay. I think this is the night where him becomes the new United States champion. But the difference is I don't see him pinning LA Knight. I think LA Knight is gonna hit Andrade with the BFT, and then Melo's gonna be that slick, sly, heel who didn't do much work. Throw LA Knight out the way and get that pin on Andrade, win the United States Championship, and then depending on what happens with him and LA Knight, you can have that game 7 match for the United States Championship where Melo gets the last laugh and gets the pinfall, and then from there maybe a rematch with LA Knight, and then go from there. Give him a good title reign, because he is him, and like Jay said, he was drafted #1. He was working dark matches with Cody Rhodes. His first night on the job, he had a main event match with Cody Rhodes. So, he's being held in high regards, and they want to make sure he's ready. And they've been grooming him perfectly by giving him these best of 7 matches with Andrade, because 1, it equals ratings, and 2, it keeps them relevant, and they got good ample amount of TV time.
Yeah.
So
honestly,
their match is like 15, 20 minutes long.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think that they thought it was going to be that highly rated between him and Andrade. Andrade, boy, Andrade is a beast too now. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But he had his time. For the Intercontinental Championship reign. Did he have the U.S.? He had one of those mid card titles.
The U.S. title, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Andrade, he had the U.S.
So it's they're kind of looking to groom their younger talent, and
right.
Carmelo got it all. Andrade still got to work on his English a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this is my personal opinion. For him to get that title, because a lot of our champions are, look at the past couple of champions. Logan Paul was a dog on that mic. I hate him. I hate his guts, but he's a dog on that mic.
Yes.
LA Knight. he fired with the mic. You know what I'm saying? Even that idiot that I'm disgusted with him. But Grayson Wallace tag team partner, what is his name?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. Yeah. Stupidest name ever too. But he still has some, he still has some mic skills. So you gotta give it to Melo.
Yeah, man.
All right.
He's definitely good.
Let's talk Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. This is one where I know Bronson Reed needs to win, but do they let Seth Rollins lose? That's the question. If I'm picking, I'm guessing I'm going Bronson Reed here. Terrell, what you think?
Yeah, he's gonna lose. Seth Rollins is gonna lose. He's gonna. WWE is very high on Bronson Reed right now. I've said it multiple times that he's on that Mark Henry Hall of Pain run, where he was destroying superstars left and right, no matter who they are and no matter how big they are, and that ultimately led Mark Henry to winning the World Heavyweight Championship. So they got big plans for Bronson Reed. That's why Triple H wasted no time bringing him back when Vince fired him. So once he got control, he was one of the first people on the callback list to bring back, and this is why he brought him back, because he saw potential in the man. And who better to get you over than someone the caliber of Seth Rollins, who's been to war with Brock Lesnar, been to war with Triple H, who's been with the war with like the who's who, the Roman Reigns, the Cody Rhodes. Like, he'll make you, when he said he'll make you famous, he ain't lying. He can elevate Bronson Reed to new heights. So it's gonna be a good match. It's not gonna be a squash. Seth Rollins will be Seth Rollins, but I think at the end, Bronson Reed will get that win.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, I strongly agree with both of y'all. It's hands down going to be Bronson. Bronson is a Triple H guy, from the black and gold era, He was NXT, he was NXT North American champion, and he was phenomenal at it. Triple H was so high on this guy. I can't see them stopping his momentum with losing to Seth, because who got more to lose at this point? Seth don't have anything to lose. Seth Seth is like in his Bret Hart's phase. I mean, yeah, Bret Hart phase. You know, so
Yeah.
he can take L's. You know,
Right.
and he can
Right.
still overcome that. But Bronson Reed, if he lose, what does he go back to doing now?
Exactly. You definitely got to build Bronson Reed.
Right? Because it's not every day when you have a 300 pounder, 300 plus pounder that moves like a cruiserweight, man.
Mhm.
You know,
That's true.
it's the only two that I can name right now in WWE that's like that. Him and Ivar, and you know, Bronson really. I think he's gonna. He never got that chance to face Gunther,
Oh, it's
like
gonna happen.
heads up. So I feel like that is coming. That's what they're building because you
Okay.
got to put Gunther against another big man. You
Right.
know, yeah, he went against Sheamus. Yeah, he went against Drew McIntyre. Bangers, but nothing is better. Nothing would be better than Bronson Reed versus Gunther because Gunther has to prove that he was struggling picking him up for that power bomb and that triple threat that they had.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how it is going to be 1-on-1.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Um, Probably the popcorn match of this whole thing: Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Um, I think Kevin Owens is going to win this, but it's it's little consequence. I know it's dealing with the Cody Rhodes situation,
Hmm.
but it's no consequence to either one of them win or lose. But Kevin Owens, you're gonna see him versus Cody Rhodes again. I'm assuming so. Kevin Owens is gonna win. What you think,
Yeah,
Trey?
I think we was going over this yesterday. I think Kevin Owens and Randy Orton should go first, whether they open the show or not. They should go
Okay.
on before Cody's match.
Yeah.
So whether Kevin Owens loses or wins, like you said, there's really no ramifications on that. He can still come back later and screw Cody out of the Crown Jewel match
Yes.
and
Yes.
give it to Gunther. So,
Yes.
being how out of control Kevin Owens is, it'll fit perfectly into
Absolutely.
the storyline. So,
Agreed.
um,
Like that.
but to pick an actual winner, I think I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens. I
Okay.
think Kevin Owens is gonna do something. He's gonna get the upper hand on Orton, and he's gonna somehow beat Orton, or it could end in disqualification. But I definitely got Kevin Owens winning.
Yeah. Jay, what you got in this one?
Well, I got a disqualification. You know, just being real,
Yeah.
just because Kevin Owens has, you know, look at his track record, man. When he goes on these like rampages, he usually just don't care until he gets a title match.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be a nice little battle between him and Randy. Things gonna go unsolved, and it's gonna spill into the Cody Rhodes Gunther match. And I think KO is gonna come out and try to screw Cody, and Randy's gonna come out some type of way. And I think Cody's gonna wind up hitting Randy Orton by accident, and it's gonna turn into a big thing. And these guys are gonna wind up doing a triple threat along for a little bit down the line.
Yeah,
Okay. I can see that.
agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Um, the women's crown jewel championship between Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Um, now that I know that this Rhea Ripley injury is real, I assume this was gonna have something to do with her. Um, kind of messing Liv Morgan up or something like that. But I could still see, Big Mommy Cool in there getting involved, and maybe we start seeing the cash in happen with Tiffy,
Mm.
and that whole ending maybe comes to a head with her maybe cashing in on Naya at the end here. So I'll go ahead and give Liv the win. What you think, Trey?
Uh, as much as I see why, but let's not forget you still got Candice LeRae and Amy Hartwell, who are trying to get in Ania's good graces due to the
Sure.
fact that Tiffany Stratton keeps failing.
Mhm.
So you gotta make sure that element is in there.
Mhm.
I got Nia winning because the simple fact of if Liv Morgan loses, cool. Like it doesn't hurt her. She's in the Judgment Day right now. Outside of Rhea, she really doesn't have an opponent, so it's not like she's gonna lose any momentum. After Crown Jewel, she's still got Nia still got Naomi waiting, so you can't go into that match already with a loss. So
They still gonna have a championship. They're just not gonna have the Crown Jewel championship.
yeah, but as the champ, well, true, but she's the dominant champion right now. So
Mhm.
Liv Morgan's not the dominant champion, so Nia is the dominant
True.
champion. So why kill her momentum,
It's
even
true.
if it is a meaningless championship match? Why kill her
It's true.
momentum and have her lose to Liv?
Good point.
She has to keep that dominant effect. We might get another tease of the cash in. Maybe Tiffy tries it, and then you get Candice LeRae coming out snitching. Hey! You know, Tiffany's trying to cash in because she's trying to get on her good side.
Yeah.
Being like the new people. So the seeds will be planted, and I think Tiffany's gonna wind up being WWE Women's Champion in the long run. But I got Nia winning because I don't see how Liv is gonna win, even though you got Raquel, even though you got Dom. In a way, Nia has backup. She has Tiffany, she has Candice LeRae, she has Amy Hartwell, and plus Nia is just Nia. So
Yeah.
we don't know if any of Raquel or Dom gonna get ejected from ringside at any point. So that's always a variable. But yeah,
Mhm.
Nia can't lose. I got her winning this one because this would be her second year in a row. Well, second trip to Saudi in a row. The first one she won Queen of the Ring, and now she's gonna win the Crown Jewel. So it's like Saudi's been good to her.
Okay. Jay, what you think?
I'm in agreement with T. Like, I think that Nia is definitely, she can't lose because of the fact that she is being brought up as this monster. I, I don't even know whether to call her a heel or not, but
Mhm.
you know she's being this monster threat, and agrees. You got Indy Hartwell, you got Candice LeRae. I think they're gonna wind up coming out. And Tiffy's gonna stay behind, you know, and they're gonna get into it. They're probably gonna jump Raquel Rodriguez, and then
Okay.
Dirty Dom is still there. So we forget, Naya's court. They've been trying to build Naya's Queen court up. They had Pretty Deadly doing things with
Oh
Naya
yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah.
So they might, they might show their little face. At least one of them might show their face because they're trying to get their name out there. That would be a nice little fraction as well.
Mhm.
And then stop Dom, and then it'll come up to an instance where, you know, Miss Barbie come out there and try to cash in, and
Mhm.
Naya's like, hold up, this is the second time in a row, you know, and she doesn't cost Nia the match. She helped Nia win the match,
Yeah.
and they're gonna try and cash in, and the rest of Judgment Day is gonna come out. So, you know, but a cash in would definitely kill the. Shout out to my dog John. He said it last night. He was like, does it outshine that? And yes, it would outshine that overall
Okay.
title. Because they've been building this up. They've been bringing the title to every show for the past
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
weeks. So you
Right.
can't, yeah, you can't ruin that with a cash in, man. That's gonna
Yeah,
overshadow it.
yeah,
Okay.
that is
All right.
true.
All right.
That is true.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
Oh
The
yeah,
men's Crown Jewel Championship. Uh, Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Um, I think this is something where we see somebody like Kevin Owens getting involved, and Gunther ultimately wins the Crown Jewel Championship. Trell, yeah, I know you pretty much said that already, right?
Yeah, I got Kevin Owens rearing his ugly head and costing Cody the match because on paper the WWE Championship should not lose to the World Heavyweight Champion, but at the same time Gunther should not be taking a loss anytime soon. His loss at the Intercontinental Championship should have been his only loss, just to spearhead him to the next championship. So he shouldn't eat a loss anytime for the rest of the year. So yeah, I got Gunther. Also, winning King of the Ring at Saudi. Now he's gonna become. So I pretty much got the King and Queen of the Ring winners walking out of Saudi as crown jewel champions.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm still up in the air with this because you know Gunther, he has a challenger waiting, but he doesn't have a challenger waiting in Damian Priest. But Cody, Cody has all this drama, and then you have the Cody crybabies. They could change the outcome of a match. Look at WrestleMania. They could change it. So honestly, you know, you have Randy Orton. I said that they're gonna possibly come out there and try to help with the Kevin Owens situation, and it could cost Cody the match. But Randy also has beef with Gunther,
Yeah.
so it can go multiple different ways. And also, let's not forget the tag team match we have on Friday night with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton versus Gunther and
Ludwig.
Luca. You know,
Oh, okay. On
so
SmackDown. All right.
I'm kind of like up in the air with it. Honestly, I would like Cody to continue the story and win that championship, be the first to win that, because he has to have something that cements his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
He because like rumors have had it, Cody's run has kind of been mediocre. You
What?
know, yeah.
Who's seeing these things?
I, I've
Internet
heard,
trolls, man.
yeah, I've heard his run has been mediocre. And if you look at it, like really, really look at it, it kind of has been mediocre. It's been
Cody,
on the backs of the Cody crybabies. You
Cody
know,
Not
has
everybody
went.
can be Roman Reigns, man.
right? I mean, I get that, but he has still been in the bloodline feud. This will
Yeah,
be his first non-bloodline feud
yeah, yeah.
besides Kevin Owens. That one match he had with Kevin Owens. So, you know,
Cody's a new John Cena, bro. Like straight
Yeah,
up.
man.
yeah, I mean, I could give him
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm with that, hands down. But you know, still,
Nobody moving kid merch like Cody.
he has to move past this bloodline. Once he moves past
He
the
has.
bloodline,
He has. He's over it. He's over it until the Rock, comes back and be like, hey,
Right.
all right, I'm ready now. So now
Yeah.
when he said he was done, when him and Roman is like, yeah, we're done after this. So it's like that's it.
yeah,
He's when they won, he was just there to introduce the Rock back into the fold. So Cody was just there in his time with the Bloodline. Him and Roman going separate directions. That role will head back to another medium at a later time. So
yeah, but it just has to show it on television. That's all.
all right.
Once they show it on television, everything will be right with the wrestling world. Then.
That brings us to our main event, the Bloodline 1.0 versus the Bloodline 2.0.
Hey man.
With Roman Reigns and the
OGs.
Usos versus Solo and the two people of his choosing. So most likely it's going to be Jacob Fatu and Tamatonga, right?
That's what I'm hoping. But if they want to continue to keep the Roman Jacob thing apart, I can see Jacob being on the outside.
Okay. All right. So, but anyway, with this match, There is nothing on line here.
No.
So because there's nothing on the line here, and also the Bloodline 2.0 still has 4 members, while the original Bloodline has 3 right now. I will say Solo and his Bloodline will win this match because of the numbers game, and then we get another member of Roman's Bloodline to compete because they've been hinting at Sami Zayn, and we all know that's what's going to happen. So, Terrell, what you think?
Oh man, yeah, I got because I said this before. All roads is going to lead to war games. So Solo needs a win. They already lost against Roman and Cody. He needs this win to solidify him as the leader, as the new tribal chief. Um, I can see Jimmy taking the pin because he's the weaker of the 3. Um, they get this win and they move on to war games because Roman's not gonna let them take that L easy. And then from there, depending on what happens with Sammy, because Sammy got caught, by the Usos
Yes.
talking to Solo on Monday.
Yeah.
So either eventually Sammy comes into the fold, or if they want to pull a swerve, Sammy can be like, I don't want any part of this at all. You guys are saying I'm not family, so I don't want any part of no, like, thanks Solo, but no thanks. Roman, nope, ain't happening. So he can actually walk away, and they can actually bring in, another blood member for his team. So that's anxious to see how that goes. But I would say, to keep the long story short and short story long, Solo gets his win, and then that was set up, Roman getting his get back at War Games.
See, it's too close to War Games for me to believe they're going to bring in a totally new wrestler that we hadn't seen before. Now, I get that these are all professionals. You guys probably could teach them what to do and all this stuff. I just don't see them doing that for War Games. Now, for NXT match, maybe, but not for something like War Games. So I believe it's going to end up being Sammy, and they'll have it be more drama between Sammy and Roman. Like, I don't trust him, and it's going to be Jey Uso. Trust me, Us. Trust me.
Yeah, because Jay looked kind of heartbroken a little bit. So it's like, is anyone going to trust Sammy? Because the Usos, they saw what they saw. And now, so now it's like, okay, it's like that. We don't need to remind Roman what happened the last time he saw Sami Zayn. So, like, he's barely, still mad at Jay. So he's gonna have to come around on that. And then you want to throw Sammy in there. It's like, what does Roman do? I think at this point, after they lose at Crown Jewel, I think this is where you start bringing in Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Like,
yes.
No one wants Sammy, and then you get the wise man to step in and be like, this needs to be done, or something like that. And then come War Games, you have all of the bloodline back, including Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, definitely Paul Heyman got to be coming back soon. I'm pretty sure he's working backstage, helping people out and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the camera, we miss you.
Yeah.
Miss you on camera, bro.
Yeah.
So, for sure. All right. Well, that is WWE Crown Jewel. Are you going to be doing a watch along there on Sports for You?
No. John has some church commitments he has to do on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
So the fact that it's at 10 in the morning, we won't be able to do one. So I'll probably just be live tweeting on Twitter. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch it at home.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it on delay because I be too into football. So
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna have that on my laptop. There's some football on.
Yeah.
What time does LSU play?
LSU Not this week. They don't play this week. They
We're on a bye. We got Bama, huh?
Yeah. 6:30 next week versus
Prime
Bama
time.
on ABC. So yep. That's the deal with that. So no hurt feelings today. I mean, this Saturday. They can't hurt me this Saturday.
yeah, that's true.
Good, okay.
That is true. That's true.
That's it. All right, man. Definitely appreciate everybody chiming in. Appreciate Jay for joining us, and Trell, you always, man, appreciate you. And everybody can enjoy the wrestling this weekend. Kenny Omega, take us home.
Must be you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.